What's up, YouTube fam? Thank you for tuning in to Heartwork Creations. In this video, I'm going to show you how I created this creepy doll look. Let's get into it. So first, I'm going to put in these contacts. I wanted to put in both, but they completely blocked my vision, so I only kept one in. And then I went ahead and mixed up my base and then went on to cover my brows. I didn't have a glue stick, so I used this wax from Kryolan and it worked just marvelously. I just took a little bit with my spatula and started going right on top of my brow, going in the direction that the hair grows, not against the grain. And the heat of my skin helped warm it up, so it went on pretty smoothly, and I just used my finger to completely just smooth it out. Then right on top, I pressed it with some loose translucent powder and then just dusted off the excess powder. And I went in with my base. I mixed the L'Oreal serum with some of this white cream paint from a palette that I found on Amazon that is amazing. I linked it in my Amazon storefront, so I will link it down below too. I just mixed like half serum, half of the paint, and it gave me this perfect pasty but not too white shade for my skin base. I blended it in with a brush as well as a damp beauty blender, and then I went all the way down my neck too because some of my neck was showing for this. I went a little heavier right on my brows, and with the sponge it got a little tricky because the wax was lifting a bit, so I just tried to keep it as quick as possible and not mess with it too much. And then I set everything with some more loose translucent powder all over, focusing on the brows. I sculpted my face using the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. I used this palette for the whole look. I just dipped into different shades with a blending brush. This is a big fluffy one by Morphe and Ariel. And I just use that to contour my cheeks, my nose, my temples of my face, and then with my eyes too. I try to give them a little bit of a downturned effect, and I just really focused on my cheekbones and rounding my cheeks. After I finished shading, I took some Melt Onyx Gel Liner and then I started to outline my eye. I wanted this eye to look very hollow, so I just made a nice precise line around my whole eyeball, just keeping it mostly on my lid and right underneath my eye. And I just packed this gel on, put it in my waterline too, just to completely black out my eye. And I also topped it with some black matte eyeshadow from that same Shade and Light palette by Kat Von D Beauty, and that keeps it in place. It helps the black look even more pigmented and it won't move around or bleed. Then I went ahead and took another small fluffy blending brush and just blended that out with some black and brown shadow, just to give it a little bit of a deeper look and smoked out effect. For my other eye, I wanted it to look like the porcelain had cracked around it, so I just started by lining my eyes to black them out, and then took e.l.f. liquid liner to create the outlines. Before I did that, I filled in my brows. I just used this Fenty dark brown eyeliner, and I wanted them to look more on the outside of the face, kind of like a typical old porcelain doll, so I just made them really thin and more slanted. Then I went ahead and took my liquid liner and just started mapping out where I wanted the cracks to be. I just kind of freehanded it and started making the lines for the outline, and then really thin cracks. I just kind of dragged the brush really softly, not pushing down too hard, and again just freehanded the cracks. Say crack again. And then I went ahead and started to fill that in once I got all my cracks down. And I used the Melt Gel eyeliner for this too. Just completely blacked out my eye, and then used the liquid liner to get the smaller areas, the more precise areas. and just kind of blended that in, and also topped that with black eyeshadow so it would stay in place. I also added one more crack to the face just to give it a little more detail, and this liner was perfect for these details. I also added some more detailing to the face using a small eyeliner brush and some eyeshadow just kind of all over the face, just to give the look some more texture. For the blush, I dipped into these two shades, a little pinky, a little peachy vibe, and then just focused right on the apples of my cheeks. I also applied a lash, but I applied it so that it looked downturned and just kind of misplaced. And then for the lips, I used Suavecita Lip Grip in the shade Tenacity, but I lined my lips first with MAC's Night Moth lip liner. It is the perfect dark lip for a nice vampy look. I love this lip liner so much, but I just made my lips look really tiny but super pronounced Cupid's bow, and then just filled it in a bit and then just placed the lip grip right on top of that, and it just went so perfect with the look. And that completed the makeup, so then I went ahead and put the costume on, and here it is. Let me know what you thought down below. Make sure to give me some feedback and love. Like this video for me and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and also be on the lookout for our annual short film. I will make sure to tag it below once it comes out on Halloween. But yeah, have a great Halloween, and thank you again for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.